and I lived in Delhi for past 20 years. I had been a professor of English and director of foreign languages. And today when I saw the gentleman with French as his expertise, I was talking to him that I have also some exposure to the French language. So I'm a person of many languages, I'm a lover of languages. And when I was a child in Odisha, I was in the school and then also in the college and university. I read Ashapurna Devi, then I read Bankim Chandra, then Sarat Chandra Chattopadhyay, Tagore, and all the Bengali writers in first in Odia translation and then in English translation. And then when I went to Delhi as an associate professor in the year 2005, then I became a professor and I designed many academic programs on folklore and culture studies and also for English studies. I made it a point that I take some very important seminal signature translation books in the syllabus, because without translation probably the civilization will be closed and we cannot exchange our ideas with each other. But again, having said that, like the former speakers, they have already discussed that it's a very challenging task. Nandita is doing such excellent work in translation. Many of you are doing. Amita, her translation I have read, and the book that she translated, and the introduction is written by Malastri Lal, Professor Malastri Lal, and I have taken a couple of poems from that as a part of my syllabus already, and I know I'm submitting it for approvals. And recently Dr. Nishi, her book in translation, it came out. So many of you are doing really seminal work, and I know the work of Dr. Sutanuka. When I was designing academic programs for IGNOU last 2 decades, she has been actively contributing to the chapters and to the IGNOU syllabus and everything. And in the MA in Folklore and Culture Studies, there is nothing like folk literature in English. If you read carefully, there is nothing like folk literature in English. So we have to take Indian translated texts. So like Pather Panchali or Gopinath Mohanty's Poroja, or many such books in English translation from Indian Bhasha literatures have been introduced by MA in Folk Literature, which is one of its kind, 20,000 pages in print and open access material. If you go to our website and check MAFCS, you will find 20,000 pages of study material, open access, and we have done a lot of work in translation. And also now I see people from Assam and Odisha, so this is like a confluence of 2 to 3, 4 states. People are sitting together and working together, so definitely through translation. And if you look at the NEP document, it talks very clearly about languages and translations. The word language is used by NEP 202 times. So Government of India has given that much of importance to translation studies. Without translation, we cannot bring home the culture. So translation doesn't mean taking something lexicon after lexicon. It can be transcreation, it can be transliteration. It's a big challenge. Recently I was trying to translate Monobodho Chotisa from Odisha, and also I was trying to translate Upendra Bhanja. But I was not really successful. I did a job that was not very, very satisfactory for me, so I did not publish them. I am still waiting, so that I can fine-tune those and I can take out a proper collection. And coming from Assam, so they will agree that some research scholars, they come to me for PhD and for MPhil and all that in some texts from Assam and northeastern states. Northeastern states have not really been exposed, so they need a lot of translation. And somebody came to me with Vaisi Dorje Tongshi and the texts, Assamese texts. So I told the student that you go back, you come to me after 6 months with proper translation into English. And then I published the books, the Assamese books in English. Then I had a word with the original author. It's always advisable to speak to the original author when you translate. And then 6 months time we published the books, and then the student did a PhD in folklore and folk life in northeastern India. So the student had multiple contributions, first to translation studies and then to research in folk literature and of course to English studies in India. So now we are actually becoming multidisciplinary. English teachers or even language teachers have to think about multidisciplinary approaches. So, we are dealing with translation, we are dealing with anthropology, history, philosophy, and so many allied disciplines are coming together. So, when Dr. Sutanuka was talking about Medusa, even I was I deeply appreciate and admire the kind of readings she does. When we were doing this MA in folk literature, whenever somebody would not be in a position to write a chapter or something, she is my go-to person. So I would just send her, you please write it, and she used to do a lot of reading and then serious research and then write and submit the chapters, and then zero plagiarism, and upper limit 10,000 words, lower limit 5,000 words. So that kind of work we have been doing vis-a-vis translation. And today when I see that a medical doctor, when he contacted me, madam, I want to invite you for this program, I asked him, are you a professor? And he says, I'm a doctor. I said, really? Okay, I would like to know more about it. Send me your bio, I would like to read. When he sent it to me, it was amazing that a medical doctor, and he's so much interested in literature, and then he is doing such multidisciplinary work and uniting so many best brains of the state together, and then creating such discourses, such engagements with people. And then I see that somebody from psychology is also, she liked, I think, so she is also a part of this body. So people from various walks of life, various disciplines are together, they are translating. Nandita was showing, reading her translation, I was telling Amitaji, such wonderful translation. I could understand that, So as I started, that my exposure to Bengal was through translation. I have read many seminal writers from Bengal in Oriya translation and English translation. I have included them in my syllabus. And Pratibha, Oriya writer, Gyanpith Awardee, her novel Yagyaseni in Oriya, that has been translated to English by a Bengali. So look at it, a woman from Odisha translated to English by a Bengali and included in a syllabus in North India, in IGNOU, and 8.85 million students are reading it. So if you go to, just go to google.com and type Nandini Sahu's research article on Pratibha Yagyaseni, that article you can download, half of it is about translation. So, the political and the gender related issues in translation. So my basic question was, when a Bengali translates a Oriya into English, and also a man translates a gynocritical text from Oriya to English, then the point of view, is it actually translated? So when she said that no, this book is translated because Nandini's thoughts are translated, and Nandini finds Medusa in every woman with their weaknesses and their strengths, probably she was right. So with deep appreciation for Sudiptoji and for Sutonuka, for Nishi, for everybody, for Amitadi, everyone sitting here, I extend my gratitude to each one of you for having invited me, having given me the opportunity. Thank you so much. I need your help to design my syllabus in Hindi University. Namaskar.